Hi everyone, I'm back. Hi everyone, my name is Isabella and welcome to season 2 of my YouTube journey. If you don't know me yet, I'm 22 years old. I'm a knitter for passion, engineering student for life, and I come to you from Stockholm, and I'm not new to this platform. I recorded I think 6 or 7 YouTube knitting podcasts in the last 2 years, but I think my last video came out around this time last year, so it has been a while and I could not be happier to finally be able to come back. I didn't stop because I didn't like it anymore. Actually, I missed it so much. I had to stop because my schedule was not I could not. I didn't have the time. Unfortunately, with both the knitting, which I of course love, and the content creations that is related to knitting, I was spending a lot of time doing just that. And sometimes you have the time, sometimes you just don't have it. And for the last year, I was really focusing on finalizing my bachelor, which I did. So yes, I come to you from Stockholm. As I said, I lived here. I moved here in August, so it's pretty fresh. I'm settling in this new beautiful city, and yeah, for the last year I've been also in Norway doing my exchange studies. That's where you left me in this channel. My last video I recorded, I was living in Norway, and in the meantime I went back to Italy. After that I finalized my exams, and now that my bachelor is concluded, I can finally feel free to come back here and really focus way more on this amazing craft that is knitting. I'm not only a knitter, I'm also a crocheter, and sometimes I enjoy some smaller crafts, but of course knitting is the main character of my journey. And yes, enough about life updates. I think if you have any questions, I will be happy to answer them really next time we talk. I'm loving Stockholm. I love Norway. I'm still in love with Norway. I love Stockholm as well, and I started here my master studies, and I'm loving the way I'm studying, so it's been the best experience so far. I come here to you today with a normal podcast. Sorry, let me get my notes just for a second, just to get the hang of it back. And okay, yes, let me start with what I'm wearing, which I don't know, today is the 15th of November, so it's a bit early, but I woke up this morning and I was feeling so Christmassy, and I got dressed and I opened my wardrobe and he was looking at me and he was saying, please wear me, and I could not wear it. I love this sweater. It's the Tuku sweater from the Petite Knitter. I think it's one of her most famous colorwork sweaters. I knitted this off gauge. You will see it's quite big. Okay, I have a mirror on the back to see what I'm doing, because since last time I decided to switch from front camera to back camera to have a bit more quality with my phone. So sorry if I maybe look there. I'm looking if you can see what I'm pointing out. So yeah, this is it. It's very beautiful. It's very big. I love how this sweater fits me. I generally like circular yokes a lot. Usually young people try to not like them. Tend to not like them. I love them. And you will see that I'm also drafting what could be my first published sweater. And it's a colorwork circular yoke one. So yes, I love them. And especially I love them when they fit quite big and cozy. And the colors and the pattern is just screaming Christmas. This was my Christmas sweater for 2 years ago, and it's to date my only real Christmas sweater. I test knitted for the petite knitter another sweater, which could be considered a Christmas sweater, even if I test knitted it in like April or March last year. So it was not Christmas time, but I would consider it Christmas sweater. I can put you a picture of that just to get an idea. Anyways, I think I knitted the smaller size, but this was completely off gauge. I think it calls for a DK. I will confirm, sorry. And I knitted it in worsted. This is Drops Alaska, and the white is Drops Nepal. It was leftover yarns from other projects. I didn't buy any yarn from this, and I love it. So I don't love Drops Nepal. I'm not wool sensitive at all. I wear let loppy, like Icelandic wool, as my cozy home wear with my short sleeve pyjama under. Completely fine. But Drops Nepal and Drops Lima, I think they have the same composition. They itch a bit. So maybe it's alpaca. I know that some people are more sensitive to alpaca than wool. Maybe it's that. But with other alpacas that doesn't happen. With that specific one it does. But of course in this sweater it's just the white that it's knitted in Drops Nepal. So the rest is Drops Alaska. And I love this Drops Alaska. I have to say, this is very cheap yarn. It's pilling quite a lot, I have to say. I need to depill this quite often. But still, I don't know what it is about this. Maybe the fact that it's very woolly, very cozy. I don't know. It's like, I don't know if you ever tried Friedrich's garn as a yarn. I will show you some Friedrich's garn later. So if you want, you can stick to it and then I will show you. But it feels very woolly in the best way, you know? I'm a wool girl. I love wool. It's like I would wear wool all day, every day for the rest of my life, and I would not get bored of it. It's amazing. Yes. Yeah, I don't know if I can say anything more about this sweater. Very nice, very Christmassy, very wintry. I love it. I love it. Okay, I think that was enough for it. Now I can show you my finished project. So as like a reference, I'm showing you stuff that I finished in the last 3 weeks to 4 weeks, maybe. I didn't finish stuff. Yeah, I think it was 4 weeks. I didn't finish anything after that. So it's been a while that I just... Oh, no, that's not true. Sorry. I did finish smaller things. I didn't finish a sweater in like a month. The sweater that I'm going to show you, it's already a month old, at least. But I'm working on a lot of different projects and they require a lot of time and I have a lot of whips. So that's the reason for it. Oh, and also I did my last bachelor exam 2 weeks ago, and before that my knitting time was very restricted for a long time. and then the moving and everything, I just, yeah, it was hard to, it was of course alright, but I didn't have a lot of time to knit. That was it. So the sweater that I finished here is a poppy sweater, which is not an existing pattern. It comes from the Poppy Tee by Petite Knit, and I love the Poppy Tee sweater, and it's the second time that I make it a sweater. I love this seam detail. I love this neckline with the this detail of like the seam, we can call it seam, that goes with the neck for a bit here. And I just, to me, this is the perfect basic sweater pattern. It's so nice to have a second one because it's it's hard to say. I swear I still like have a bit of like sadness when I speak about that. My other poppy sweater got killed in the washing machine, and maybe I have a picture. If I don't have a picture, I will show you next time. But it got this big. It was a beautiful alpaca silk blend. I didn't think it was that shrinkable. I didn't put it myself in the washing machine, so not my fault, but yeah, it happened. So now I have one at least, but I'm still mourning whatever the other one. So yes, sorry. This is, I think, second size, and I knitted this using one strand of a wool silk blend from an Italian cone seller. She's amazing. She's La Franci. I'm gonna leave their Instagram here. I love them. I also visited them during the summer, and they were amazing. I want to speak about them a bit more, not now, but I will. And for now, just look at them. They sell the most beautiful yarns with the best quality you could ever find, I think. And the prices are very, very good for the quality of the yarn that you get. And they are the best people. So I think it's like everything is a win-win in that shop. And also, I don't know if you know these kind of shops, but they get remainings from big factories, textile factories, and they sell them to crafters. So their stock is usually very limited. That's a bit of like a downside because you will not find that yarn anymore. But it's amazing. I still have, yes, here the yarn that I used. I caked this. It was a cone. I still have the cone in Rome. I didn't bring it because suitcase problems, but I still have more. This is the yarn. Wait, yes. And it's a chain yarn. Very beautiful. Very, very beautiful. It has those speckles, and I was craving a sweater with some color variation like this for the longest time. I'm still on the hunt of the amazing Noro yarn with this kind of speckles to make a very plain sweater. And yeah, when I saw this one, I saw the chance of having that same effect, because I could not find that yarn. I cannot find that yarn still. If you know where I can get it, I will, please. Let me know if you know. Or if you have it in stash and you don't want it anymore, I will buy it from you. But this was a very nice way of having that same effect. And I mixed it with some drops kid silk mohair. I use a lot of drops kid silk mohair because it's very inexpensive. I like mohair a lot. I know, I'm a few of the, there is not a big number of knitters at this time loving mohair. I'm one of them. And so I wanted to pair it with some mohair, and I just went for a white, very plain. Yeah, I don't know if you, the problem with these colors is that the light makes a huge difference. So maybe from distance you will see it. Sometimes it's very gray, but I will try to, if it doesn't show, I will try to put some nicer pictures that I was able to get from this sweater. But it really doesn't show on camera, which is a pity because it's so beautiful. And yeah, it makes this very, very beautiful colored fabric, which is a bit muted. Like the final effect is a bit more muted than what you would get with only this, which is what I wanted, because of course this is much more wearable. And yeah, I mean, very nice, very simple, again very basic. If you're looking for a basic pattern, the poppy tee is amazing. I just knit long sleeves. I do, to be honest, very random decreases on the shoulders. I just, probably in this one I did like 12, every 12 rows I decreased once, like twice, because once on each side of the sleeve. And yes, very round, very chilled. I mean, when I knit these plain sweaters, I want it to be a very relaxing and mindless experience. So yeah, that's it for this beauty. And let's go to my second finished object. This is self-drafted. It's a cowl. It's a very simple cowl. And the special thing about this is, okay, first of all, nice cabling. This is a cable pattern that I also want to use to make a vest. And I came up with this one. It's a very simple, like, iteration of different cables. It was just a way of having some fun with some textures. And the yarn here is the real protagonist. And this yarn, it's from Iceland. This is a hand-dyed skein of yarn coming from the city of Akureyri. I think I know the shop. I have the name saved. I will put it here. And it was amazing. The shop was amazing. And of course, I was in Iceland in last June and I needed to get something. And when I found this color, I don't know if you, I'm sorry, the lighting, it's Stockholm. I mean, it's 3:07 now in the afternoon, and this is the light condition. You will need to bear with me during winter time with awful light, because I have lectures in the morning, and either I film at 7 in the morning, which is not ideal for me. I will not be a nice talkative person at 7 in the morning. So yes, it's cozy with lights, but yeah, sorry, colors will not show at the best. Anyways, this color to me screams Iceland, so I needed to get it. It was a skein, like I think it was 100 grams. And this is, I think it's the same exact yarn as Letlopi. So what I learned in Iceland is that they all wool producers, there are a lot, of course. It's more sheep than people in Iceland. A very nice place to be, and amazing, of course. I say to everyone, go to Iceland as soon as you can, once in your lifetime. It's Mars, you know. It's just I think my father said it very correctly. Before I went, he was there before, and he said, you will never see anything closer to the moon like Iceland. And it's so true. It's like nothing in this planet is like that. So 100% worth it. Once in your lifetime, go there. I wanted to go back already, so I will go most probably more than once in my lifetime. But yeah, just to say. So all the wool producer send their wool to the Istex factory, and then they put all that wool together and sell it as Letlopi and Blotulopi and Alfaslopi, that one, the bigger one. So you cannot really find local sellers of yarn in Iceland. Maybe there is a few, but when you get Istex yarn, you will get local Icelandic yarn, because they just put everything there, and it's only Icelandic wool. So it's actually nice because you will get very local yarn when you buy Istex, but it's also a bit less nice because maybe you cannot find like the local cute yarn producer, because they just send it all to Istex. But they had some, and again, I think it's exactly what Letlopi is, but it's hand dyed and is amazing, very Icelandic color. I have a picture at Godafoss, I think, of Godafoss, and the water is like this exact color. Wait, let me do something. This is the cowl. This is the picture. Please tell me if this is not a perfect thing. Yes, it is. I know. And I said it before, well, probably 2% of people who's watching this will find Letlopi, Icelandic wool, a proper wool for a cowl. But I'm in that 2%. I can't wear this. Sorry. I can wear this. No problem. I can rub it. I can do whatever I want, and it's the warmest, nicest, coziest thing in this world for winter here. This thing will be amazing, very amazing. So I don't know, I consider myself lucky that I can just choose whatever yarn I want and put it on my neck. But I know that it's not for everyone. But this was for me, and just to remind myself of Iceland. So yes, I love it. The only problem is like not in my usual color palette, which makes it a bit more difficult for me to wear. But it was not about, like, this was never a garment to be my everyday wear with my, I don't know, wool coat or something. So it was just simply not the purpose. It was just like an ode to Iceland. I spoke a lot about this. Sorry, I'm so like, I speak a lot and I changed subject. Sorry. So, other two finished projects. They are very small, tiny finished objects, and 2 Sophie scarves. Since I moved to Stockholm, since September, I started wearing my other 2 Sophie scarves that I knitted before every day. I love soft scarves. Some people find them completely useless. I wear these things every day, every single day, because I'm very sensitive on my neck and I get sick very fast if my neck is not warm. And of course I don't want to be sick all the time, so I can show you my other two. These are my other two Sophie scarves. The first one ever that I knitted is this one. These are both Cardiff cashmere, and just one skein of Cardiff cashmere each, the very basic Sophie scarf that everyone knits. And I love these two so much. Again, these especially because this goes with every single garment in my closet. I wear it I wore it every day, constantly. When my outfit allowed it, I was also wearing this other one. Again, Cardiff cashmere. This was gifted to me actually. I won this in a giveaway. Never win anything in a giveaway. I won a skein of Cardiff cashmere, which became a Sophie scarf. And then after 2 months, 1.5 months of living in Stockholm, I was like, okay, I can knit one more, probably, you know? And I had a skein of Knitting for Olive merino hanging, like a single skein in Bordeaux, which is a color that I love. And I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna knit Sophie scarf in it. And I think I finished this one in 2 days. And it's bigger than the other ones. So yeah, this is usually how I put them on. And I can do my usual knot with this one. Very pretty. And this is a color that I love so much. So it made so much sense to knit one and this one. And also it's, I think I knitted this one, no, I knitted this one with 2 strands, holding together 2 strands of merino on 4mm needles, which makes quite of a tight gauge. And it's good for nowadays weather here in Stockholm, because it's getting cold. I hope we'll have the first snow this week. We'll see. Temperature are perfect for snow. As soon as weather allows it, I think we will have the first snow. And then I finished this one, and I finished this one while I was in Italy to finalize my exams. I knitted this one during my last study phase. Would be a nice memory of that. And then I finished my last exam because, sorry, I don't know if you're interested in that, but like my bachelor I did in Rome, and then in the meantime I started my master's here in Stockholm, so I had to go back to finish my last exam in Rome while I was already studying for my master's here. So a bit of a tricky situation. You can see why I didn't have time to take care of my content production for YouTube or Instagram or whatever. Anyways, I was still in Rome, and the day before I was supposed to go back from Rome to here, I had nothing on my needles because my other projects were here and I didn't have space in my suitcase. I didn't bought a suitcase because I was like moving from home to another. So I just had this project when I went to Italy, and I finished it in like 2 days. And I needed something. And in my stash in Rome, I had a single skein of merino wool from Sandro, which I knitted a baby bear bonnet last Christmas for the nephew of a friend. And it's the prettiest pink. And I was like, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna make a Sophie scarf. I started this during a knit night at Flavinia's house with my, hi girls actually, Italian knitting friends. And I finished it on the bus from Arlanda airport in Stockholm to my place the next day. I think it took me less than 6 hours in total, maybe 5. So yes, it's pretty and it's pink, and I needed a pink Sophie scarf. Because when you wear, I don't know, I have a very long black wool coat and it's winter and you're completely black. But then I have a Sophie scarf. It's cute. It's very nice. So, problem with this one is that merino wool is super wash. And I'm not joking when I say that, like, you can imagine super wash merino plus garter stitch. This is long. This is a long Sophie scarf. I don't know, yes. So this one stretched a lot because this was used so much, and this is the Cardiff cashmere. But let's compare. You see? This is long. but I like it as it is because it allows me to make a bow, and it's so cute. I think the pink, with the fact that I can bow it, it's perfect. So the way I wear it is I don't know how it is because I cannot see myself, but of course with this red it's just horrible, but cute, right? And this one I saw like a Sophie scarf tied this way in a shop here in Stockholm. I have the picture of the window, and I was in love. And they have, I think it's a Dagmar jacket in greyish with this very red poppy Sophie scarf, and I'm like, I want that fit completely. Eventually I will get there. I don't know. Yes, not now, of course. Too much stuff going on, but it's a dream of mine. Oh, this was so long. I don't know how long this video will be. I'm so sorry. Now, finished objects are done. We can go to what's on my needles actually. So my whips. I have many whips. So many whips. I will go through them quite fast because I don't want this video to be an hour long. But I also want to share them. So deal with me. Deal with me. I think we can start with the most exciting project, which, let me find it. Where is it? Did I bring it close to me? I don't have this point. Give me a second. Back. I found it. So, in December, I will have my graduation ceremony in Rome, and I don't know if you know like how Italian graduations, uni graduations work, but we are crowned, which is beautiful, super big, full of flowers, laurel crown, and it's kind of a big deal for us. And you wear the nicest suit you have, and it's big, okay? And I have this very beautiful suit from Patrizia Pepe, very elegant, and it's a very dark blue, and I was like debating on what to put under this very pretty suit, and eventually it came to me, I need to knit something because it will be iconic. And I started. This is my graduation barber blouse. I hate saying the name, barber blouse, from Knitting for Olive. It's a beautiful pattern. It's amazing. The lace motif, it's stunning. I'm knitting this in Knitting for Olive Merino snowflake color. I wanted the whitest white I could find. I didn't want a cream, and it seems it's very hard to find the colors from Knitting for Olive website, because like the pictures are not reflecting the colors, almost never. So looking around on Ravelry, the closest, the coldest toned white I could find is this snowflake, which is not completely cold toned. It has the slightest yellow in it, but I think it's the best match I could find, which means I'm not 100% satisfied with the color choice, but I think it was the best option still. So we're gonna go with it. I bought 6 skeins. I will not need 6 skeins, but since I still don't have the date for my graduation and I need to rush through it because it's fingering, it's knitted on 3mm needles, and it's a big all over lace long sleeve shirt blouse. So I was not ready to stress about yarn chicken on this project, and a white skein of merino wool will be used in my stash, if nothing for Christmas decorations when I'm done with this one, or a Sophie scarf, or I don't know, colorwork, mittens. So I bought 6, should use 5 or close to 5. I'm knitting the smallest size. There is a huge problem with sizes on this pattern, and my dearest friend Flaminia from Knitting Flam, she knitted this and she made a very beautiful project vlog. You can definitely check it out if you're interested in this project. And if you follow their sizing, you will end up with a huge blouse. And this one is supposed to be very tight fitting. So last time, as I mentioned before, the last day I was in Rome after my exams, I tried Flaminia's one and it fitted perfectly. And she started knitting the 3rd size and she knitted the entire body, and then she was like, this is too big. So she had to start over completely knitting the 1st size. And of course I don't have the time and I don't want to have that experience. So I just went with the 1st size, and I'm still scared it's a bit big. But I don't have the time to get creative with sizes, and the only option would have been to go down a needle size. I'm knitting it on 3mm needles, and going down to 2.5 looked a bit extreme for me, even like also reflecting the fact that I'm already knitting a size that it's 2 sizes smaller than what the pattern suggests. So we will see. For now it looks good. The first time I tried this was very funny. I tried it when I had only 2 repeats, because I was like, I'm still quite careful with the sizing, and I'm like, if I need to change something, I want to realize early enough, because I don't have a lot of time to knit this project. But in this pattern, the first 2 repeats are bigger because it wants to create like a bit of a flare at the bottom. This is knitted bottom up, by the way, so it's also hard for sizes. I know I put myself in not the best position for this, but it will hopefully it will go as planned. And sorry, wearing a knitted top blouse for my graduation, it would be iconic. So yes, I tried it, sorry, going back. I tried it when I was at the 2nd repeat which is a larger repeat, and it looked huge, and I was so scared because I had like this much more, and I was like, oh god, now what? But then I realized, okay, this is not the final, this is the flare part. So I needed 2 more rounds, and I tried it again, and it was way better. Still, maybe slightly big, since it needs to be fitted, because it's the best part of this top, right? But it's also a lace that you can have, like, it can grow vertically more than horizontally. And if, when I block it, I will most focus on length rather than weight, I think I can get away with a stretchy top, even if it's a bit big. And it's my best option by now, because I'm already knitting the smaller size with a yarn, with a needle size that is correct. So it's gonna be, I don't know if it's gonna be fine, but I hope it's gonna be fine. Also, the swatch situation about this pattern is very off. It's not clear at all, and amazing Flaminia helped me a lot on this thing, because it tells you to swatch with one of the charts that you have, but since this pattern is made out of increases and decreases every, I don't know, number of rounds of rows, you cannot measure a swatch if you don't specify what row to measure, you know, because I cannot say how many stitches there are in general, because the number of stitches is not constant throughout the swatch. So if you say, I think this is public, it's supposed to be 20 stitches for 10 centimeters, but sometimes I do have 20 stitches, sometimes I don't, you know, and it makes no sense if you don't say measure this row. So yes, it should be, if you plan on doing this, I did what Flaminia suggested me, which is the thing that makes the most sense also for me, which is measuring the 8th row of the chart repeat, which is the smallest one, and also the one you go back every, of course, thought repeats. But still, I don't know, and maybe that's where the problem started for the sizing, because maybe they intended something different, but it's not expressed, so you cannot know really. And yeah, still very small. I'm a bit scared, I need to go fast, but I also, because I still don't know when the graduation will be. So today is the 15th of November, and the dates so far for the graduation are from the 1st to the 19th of December. So you see the problem, that in the worst case I need this finished in 15 days, but it's not looking good. But hopefully it's not going to be at the beginning of December, so I will still go fast. But yeah, and also I have a lot of gift knits to work on this year, so a lot of knitting planned for the next weeks. Anyways, let's move forward with the second very small whip, and this is actually my uni whip. This is a very basic Sunday sock, and yes, compared to that one, I really have few words to say on this project. I'm loving, I never knitted a Sunday sock before. I'm loving it because it's very easy, very mindless, very forgiving sock. I'm using Labbe yarn, which is a yarn that I saw for the first time in a shop this September, when I was back in Norway to visit some friends. So, backstory. I was in Norway for 6 months last year in Trondheim. I love Trondheim. It's still a dream of mine to kind of move to there permanently. I love the city. I think it's beautiful. I love that it has beautiful nature all around, and I love Norway, so it's still a dream of mine. Anyways, during that time I researched a lot of yarns. I tried a lot of yarns because it was kind of also the purpose, not also the purpose, but since I was in Norway for 6 months, I wanted to grab and try all the yarns that I could not find in Italy before. And this one I never saw before. And when I came back this year in Norway and I saw it, I was very intrigued. This is a very cheap yarn. That was also part of my, curiosity. It's called labbegarn, and it's a sock yarn. It's 80% wool, 20% nylon. It's a DK weight yarn, I think, looks like. Yes. And suggested needles are 3.5. I'm knitting on, I think, 4. Yes. I'm usually not a tight knitter, but like I wanted on 3.5. I think this would be a bit too much tight for me, and I didn't swatch. These are very chill socks, and it's 2x2 ribbing, so it's very forgiving, and it's for me, so I was, and this will be home socks, so very, very chill project. I casted these on without thinking too much about it. And I think the price point is like less than 30 Norwegian crowns, which is €2.70, something like that. Which is crazy for a skein of yarn from Sandro. And it's recycled wool from other production in the mill. It's very rustic, but hello, I love rustic yarns, and I love this color so much. I love this kind of gray, and I think that Sandro failed with this kind of gray in Pekint a lot. So I don't know if you have it in mind, but there is the Storm Sweater by Petit Knit, and one of the sample she knitted in this beautiful pearl gray, which from the pictures it looks amazing. It looks very cold toned, very nice, with very nice mutations in it. But then one of my Italian knitting friends, she bought a sweater quantity of that yarn because she was actually in love with it. And from naked eye, it's very yellow. And maybe for some people it's beautiful, but to me, when I look for this kind of gray, I don't want yellow in it. I want cold grayish, This one meets my gray liking a lot. That one, not at all. And so I saw it and I was like, this is the perfect home sock yarn. I got 2 skeins, which will be enough for a pair of socks for me. I'm knitting my size, which is I think it's 37-38. It goes 37. I'm a 37. I went for the 37 foot European foot size. I think it's a 37-38 in her pattern. I think it's the 3rd or the 2nd size. And so far so good. It's a very basic sock, but the nice thing about this is this yarn. Very rustic again. I think not everyone will love this. It feels super rustic, and I think, yes, it's not something that everyone will like. Not soft at all. Very, very dry also. So we'll see. I'll let you know once I'm done and I wore it for some time how it will hold. It looks like it's one of those very resistant yarns, so, but I cannot say now. I will in the future. And let's see what else. Very, very brief. I can speak about this beautiful sweater. This is the Sandro sweater by my friend Knitting Flaminia. It's this was her first sweater design. It came out last year, or at the beginning of 2025. It's almost a year since it came out. She's now testing the V-neck version. But what I'm doing is I'm knitting this one for my father. So it's huge, it's very huge. I think I will disappear. It's a man size L. It's a very classic sweater. I'm using Pegint, and unfortunately this was always a bit neglected in my projects because it's very big, and I was not very motivated because of how big it is. And I'm not used to knitting these big sweaters, and I'm a size S woman, and even the most tedious sweater takes me a certain amount of time. With this one, I didn't see any progress ever, which was a bit of a struggle for me, because sometimes, you know, you need achievement, you need to see your progress. And when I finally arrived to the end of the body, this, I think I bought this skein with me. Wait. Oh yes, this was the amount of yarn I had left. And so I needed new yarn. But this happened before the summer, and unfortunately it was a time in which I was in Italy, but I was traveling a lot, so I could not order in Italy and have it arrived in Italy, because then I would have yarn there and I would not be in Italy, and it was already too big of a project to bring with me while traveling, so it was neglected for the entire summer, unfortunately. But since I came here, while in Norway, I bought the skeins that I needed to finish it, and now I'm ready to finish it. And then, yeah, you know, end of bachelor and everything, it's still like this. But the goal would be to gift it to my father for Christmas. So we try. And if we cannot, I think we can. I think we can. We will. I need 2 sleeves. The body's finished and it's amazing. This pattern is so good. So if you want to knit it, please look it up. It's very classic, and it's for women, but it's so unisex and classic that you can definitely knit this for a man in your life and you will love it. Yes, more about it when I will maybe have a sleeve done. And yes, very brief mention. I think I can show you very briefly my beloved self-drafted colorwork sweater that I'm thinking of what did I say? I'm thinking of publishing this one, and I'm in love with this colorwork. It's still just a colorwork yoke, so it's not ready for testing, not at all. I haven't wrote a single word of it, and I just made my size. I don't have the grading, I don't have anything yet. But I think I want to show you also so that you can tell me what do you think. And it's knitted in double Sunday, and the original idea was to try some yarn, some colors that I would not knit in like a full garment. The colors I can show you. I have them here. You can move plant here. Okay. The colors, specifically, the first one was this matcha green, which is a bit of a love and hate relationship. I don't know if you can see it well with these lights. I think it looks too dark, but matcha green from Sandro's Garden. And then I wanted to pair 2 colors that I love, which are this very lightweight blue and this very blue. And I think that together they look insanely pretty, like amazing. Oh, and I have another color that I wanted to try. So the two colors that I wanted to try, but just not by themselves, was this one. And give me a second, I'll be back. And this one here, which is last spring trend, which was butter yellow. It's not my color. I would never be able to wear this on itself. And maybe a bit more this one, maybe I would, I don't know. But I just wanted to try them. So what I did is I got them while being in Norway, again, 2 months ago. I did a lot of yarn shopping in Norway. I'm not even showing everything that I got there, but, and yeah, while traveling, we were road tripping through Sweden and Norway. We went with a car, my boyfriend and I, 9 hours of car, plus charging, because we were driving electric. And I came up with this one. And I just finished the yoke and I blocked it because I wanted to, it makes a huge difference, like in a colorwork, blocking and not blocking. But yes. So wait, let me remove the tail. I hope you like it. I love it. And it's knitted in double Sunday. I didn't say. The colors I can't write in the description. I'm so bad with numbers, so I don't even try to remember them. I don't know. I think it's so beautiful. Look at that. And it's not an easy color work. I have to say that. That's what it's keeping me from probably like being 100% sure that I want to publish this, because it's sometimes many rounds use 3 strands and sometimes you have to use 4 strands at the same time, which for me, I'm a big colorwork lover. I love colorwork. I don't mind. I liked it, but I know that it's not everyone's cup of tea. And of course it's not beginner friendly at all. Of course, when you need to use 4, it's not many rounds, so you could duplicate stitch it. But yes. But I just don't want to sacrifice the colors to make it easier. You know what I mean? So I would just, I don't know, what do you think? Because I love this so much, and I want to finish it so much, but you've seen I have so many things to work on, and now Christmas is coming, so, but definitely I could try to start writing it down. And I mean, from now on it's all plain stockinette, so maybe I can still finish this by Christmas. But yes, this is the first time anyone sees this, and yeah, but my boyfriend and my friends, I mean. I didn't post this on Instagram. And yeah. I don't know, what do you think? Again. Yeah. I love it. Just briefly wanted to show it to you. And one final, very small whip is this one. This one is gonna be like a very cutesy tee. It's closed. I'm gonna stick this. This was a project that I wanted to work on very easy, and I want this to be like bottom t-shirt, but I don't love purling. I started like I wanted to do this like old-fashioned way, like a cardigan, so back and forth, not in the round. But this is the amount I could do, not in the round. And then at some point I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna stick it, because I needed some plain stockinette. And yeah, it's self-drafted. It's gonna have some bell sleeves and maybe a bit of a peplum on the bottom. Still don't know. I'm scared I will not have enough yarn. I am scared of that. This is the amount I have left. This is a skein coming from the countryside of Rome. Very like it's from a farm, very small. It's called Fattoria La Rocca. It's very small, and it's end-dyed, which you can maybe see from, like, it has a bit of color changing throughout. I don't mind, really. Some people mind it, I don't. It's handmade, I like it. And yeah, this one has also been a bit neglected the last period of time because I had something else going on. And well, most probably will be neglected for more time. And the fact that I might not have enough yarn is stressing me out to a point that I don't want to work on this now. And I'm just gonna leave it there. Eventually I will get back to it. Okay, that was everything. That was a long one. I'm sorry. Let's see. Oh, I think now we can talk about very briefly about my acquisitions. But just today's acquisitions, I don't want it to be very long. And I know that not everyone loves to see what yarn other people buys. And I just want to show it to you because it was very fresh from today's shopping. And it's a bit Christmas related. That's also why I want to show it to you, because maybe you get some inspo for your Christmas gifts. And the first one, coming from my favorite shop here in Stockholm so far. Maybe I can, one of my next videos could be like a yarn shop review in Stockholm, like all of my favorites. But anyways, sorry, it's still, I didn't open it and it's gonna make a lot of noise, so I just open it briefly and then I can speak. Okay, so 3 skeins of Friedrich's garn. This is gonna be my boyfriend's gift knit for Christmas. Gift for Christmas, knitted. And it's gonna be a hoodie. He loves, we went to Nepal in last May, and he was struggling with the climate because it was very cold, but there was also a lot of sun. We were like 5,000 meters high, so that's a problem at those heights. We did Annapurna, not Annapurna circuits, but in the Annapurna Park. We did a week-long trek, and he loves to hike. And I had my hoodie. I had my Tromsø hoodie. I made it last year when I was in Norway, and I used it a lot, especially for trekking. When I went to Lofoten, it saved my life. So for Christmas, I'm gonna make him one, and I chose this very dark blue. He has very nice blue eyes, and I think this blue will just perfect. I bought 3. I think it's gonna be enough. My idea is to make the hoodie, like the Tromsø hoodie, and then knit the cowl part a bit higher, so that he also has some cowl coverage, some neck coverage. We see. I think it's gonna be enough. I didn't plan this very carefully. I just got inspired. I don't even know if I completely meet gauge, but I am not scared of that. I can manage with gauge. It's a very easy pattern, and I did it before, so if I need to, I can adjust. I can adjust definitely. So I will put this away. It's making a lot of noise. And I can show you this last skein, which is a skein on Let Lopi, which I'm gonna use to make leaves out of this garland. Yeah, the plan is to make all like leaves all around. I know like a free pattern on Ravelry of leaves. I still haven't decided yet, so I might change my mind. But I want to cover this in leaves and then maybe add some tiny little knitted decorations. And this will be my home decoration, part of my home decorations here. And since I just moved here, and it's also my first ever apartment alone, I want to start making my lifetime long decorations, and this is the first one. I'm very happy and I cannot wait to start this one, but it will have to wait a bit, at least for my graduation top. So yes, but today I went for shopping and Stockholm was amazing. I will have some footage at the beginning of the video and now at the end. I just had the most beautiful walk. Everyone was shopping for Christmas already. I was not alone, feeling very Christmassy today, and yeah, I just got inspired and got this. So I think that was enough for this video. I loved talking with you today. I hope you enjoyed me talking for a long time. I think I haven't checked. Time just goes so fast when I'm talking about knitting. I'm sorry. But I loved it. I'm so happy, and I hope the next one will be able to be released quite fast. And yes, let me know what do you think. Do you think I should change something in the setup? Of course, my budget is not a lot at the moment, and I'm just recording with my phone, so I hope that the audio is good enough. I don't know, everyone that I see by now has a microphone when doing knitting podcasts. I hope it's okay without. If you think that it's unbearable, I will think and will research to find something. But yes, this is what I can do at the moment. I hope you still like it, and yes, I hope you have the best evening. Bye.